Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kittyhok 4-camera security system, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. In this review, I want to show you everything that you get in the box. I want to talk to you about the ease of use and the ease of setup. I want to show you the app. I want to show you the monitor, how to do all of these things. I'm going to try to do it in a short period of time, and I also want you to be aware of a couple of things that I think could be improved with this whole security system setup. Now, the first thing that I want to walk through is, in fact, what we get in the box. So you get 4 of these cameras. I actually have 2 cameras outside right now. I'm going to set up a third camera here just so you can see how easy it is. It's going to be my power button, and it's also going to be a charge port. This is where there's the LED lights. Now it's going to communicate with the monitor, and it's going to power on. There it is, camera number 4. All right, so camera number 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to go to camera number 3, just because a little bit of OCD. You just want to do 1 through 3. Communicating. And boom, just like that. There, you can see me there. Great picture, great picture. So we're going to get this outside. We're going to install it, and then we're going to take a look at the app. Now, with every one of the cameras, you also do get your mount and your mounting hardware. You also do get charging cables if you do not have direct sunlight to charge these. You do also get solar panels for each one of your cameras, which is super nice. And one thing you want to make sure of is that your solar panel is going to be facing south-southwest so that it can charge. You've got a pretty long cable here for your solar panel so that you can put it in the sun, and it doesn't have to be right next to your camera. And then you've got your mounting hardware, and I'm going to show you all of that. Now, these are point tilt zoom cameras, which means that you're going to be able to pan left and right. You're going to be able to zoom in. You're going to be able to go up and down. So you can just put these in one location, like at the corner of your house. You're going to be able to see almost your entire front yard and backyard, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Now, you do also get this little monitor here. And the thing about this monitor here is that in order for these cameras to work, I mean, this is your home base, okay? So this has got to be powered on at all times in order for these to work. So if I've got this, for example, this monitor downstairs plugged into a larger monitor, which they do give you HDMI cables, and they also give you a mouse so that you can connect it here. This can be connected to your router Wi-Fi, or they do have an LAN cable so that you can connect it directly to your router. Now, down here in my studio, I don't keep power on all the time. So if I hook this up downstairs, and then I power things off at night, it shuts off all of my cameras. I'm not able to view my cameras here, not able to view my cameras on my monitor, just simply because I've shut off all the power. But what really surprised me was that I wasn't able to view it on the app either. Again, this is your home base. This is where signal is coming to and from, and so this has to be powered on at all times. You don't have to have it plugged into a larger monitor, but you do have to have this powered on in order for these to transmit and to receive, okay? So that's a big, in my opinion, I think that can be a downfall, right? So if you do happen to cut power, if you do happen to cut power to this, you cut power everywhere, okay? So this has to be powered on at all times. My opinion, that's downfall number 1. That's a con. It's not going to be a big deal for all people, but unless I want to take this upstairs with me and have it hooked up to a TV or to some other monitor, I prefer to have it down here because I'm in my studio a lot. I want to be able to watch what's going on outside while I'm down here, and which works out just fine. But at the end of the workday, I go upstairs, I shut things down in the studio, I lose this as well, and I lose the access to the app. So again, may not be a big deal for some people. It is for me. So it's a really nice system. I really, really like it. The instruction manual was just step by step. I mean, it was just literally a matter of seconds to set things up. Now, before we go back to the monitor and show you how to set that up, one thing about these particular cameras is that they do have an energy saving mode, and that energy saving mode is just programmed into the cameras themselves, which is, it's really nice, so that you don't have a huge battery consumption. But the thing is, these, when they power on, when they wake up from being asleep, when they wake up, the LED lights will flash. It doesn't matter if it's daytime, doesn't matter if it's nighttime, these are going to flash, and that's just the way that they're programmed. To me, that's a con. I don't like that, especially if it's a security system. I don't want people to know that they are being recorded. You know, that's how we're going to know what they're up to. The light will scare them off. That's the intended purpose. But to have these flash on just random is kind of a disappointment to me. I think that that's a feature that should be fixed. Another thing is they go to sleep after 60 seconds. Even if there is live footage coming through the monitor, they go to sleep. But then it'll wake up with motion. So I think that there is just a little bit of tweaking that needs to happen. If you could just have this on continuous live feed, that would be the way to go. Unfortunately, these are programmed with that energy saver, so they do go to sleep after about 60 seconds. So kind of a bummer for me. May not be a big deal for some, but if it's shutting down right in the middle of motion detection, in my opinion, that's a problem. Now, you can expand these from the 4 cameras that come with it. You can expand them to 10 cameras, and you can program every one of your cameras differently if you want to. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do for you is I'm going to take my monitor and I am going to plug it into the power source, and this is provided for you. So we're just going to plug that in, and then we should get immediate power. You can see an LED light come on there, and then we're going to be good to go. So once that powers up, we're going to see our 2 cameras pop up here, and we can also plug in a little mouse. Now, this mouse does come with it, and you can change your camera settings either from here. You can do it on a larger monitor, or you can do it from the app, whatever's most convenient for you. So right now what we're doing is we've brought up the 4 cameras, and it is going to connect to the network, and then we're going to see our cameras pop up here. Now, if you want to see them on the larger screen, we're going to go ahead and connect our HDMI cable, which also is provided, and so we can see everything up here on a big screen. And all we're doing then is transferring the small monitor to a large monitor so that we can get just a bigger picture of everything that's going on. And there we can see 1 camera is up and going. There's my front door camera up and going. And so we got all 4 cameras right here. I'm going to hook up a 3rd one here in just a minute. But I want to show you what we can and cannot do. So if I wanted to take camera, we're going to take camera 2. You can see it just went to sleep. Right in the middle of footage, it went to sleep. So I'm going to push my play button, and it's going to wake it up. Now, if we were outside, when it wakes up, that LED light comes on. Not a big deal, especially during the daytime, but I just don't think that that's absolutely necessary. Now, we're not getting the clearest of pictures right now. Reason being is we're a long way from the router and not the best signal down here in the basement. However, we've got a signal, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this out full screen. So that is the picture that I'm getting. I can see everything that's going on in my yard. I can also, right down here across the bottom, let me make sure that you can see that. So right down here across the bottom, this is what we've got. I've got a play button here, which is going to wake up all the cameras at the same time. I got a siren that I can turn on. I got a playback that I can go and watch recorded footage. I can add a camera from here. I can do a split screen from here, and I can get into my system settings. Now, for just a single camera, I've got the date, I got the time, I got camera 2. I can see I got full power here, and I can also see my Wi-Fi signal and know that if I need to move that camera closer, or I can still move it farther away. Now, I could turn on sound, but there's not going to be any sound out there. We just got chickens out there roaming around. I can change my image setting, and every time I click my image setting, or anything with the camera, I've got to log into it, and then I can flip my picture if I want to, depending on how I've got my camera set up. So I can do a standard, bright, soft, custom. There's my flip. You can see the color mode. I can do a standard color mode, a bright color mode, custom, or a soft color mode. We're going to flip that back to the original. Up here, I got a full color night vision, and so them lights are going to be on, and we're going to have a full colored picture when sun falls, when the sun goes down. Now, if I right click on this picture, then everything that's across the bottom comes up right here, plus some extra features. Now I can get into the camera here, and this is just going to be camera 1, 2, all the way down to camera 10. So I'm on camera 2 right now. I can edit it, I can rename my camera, I can change my resolution, and then I'd save my changes over here. Always up in the top left corner, we're going to go back, no matter what camera we're on. Now on camera 2, here's some of my settings. It's on intelligent detection, which means it's going to wake up when it detects motion. I can turn on my siren, I can turn on the spotlight, I do have it clicked for app notifications, and email notifications is unclicked. And I can also set an alarm schedule. That popped up on camera number 3 this afternoon. So this afternoon, it took a picture of me while I was setting up the camera. So you can see me there, and I'm actually doing a little bit of recording. And here is a little piece of video that recorded while I was cleaning up, or it looks like I'm putting on the solar panel. So that's what it looked like this afternoon. So it takes good quality video there. And there I am getting ready to record my video. Now, I could also, when I go back, I go into the system settings, okay? So that was just the camera settings. Now, the general setup, we can go here, and this is going to be your initial setup. So we're going to go to the language. Then we can do an HDMI and speaker. We can set the volume. We can do the base station synchronization alarm. So it's not just going to alarm on my phone, it's going to alarm on the base station as well. Then when we go back here, we got the date and time we can set. We got the network we can set, the diagnostics that we can set if we're having some troubles. We got the storage setup, and here's my hard drive that we have 58.2 gig left, okay? Now, I do not have it set up to record right now, and I don't have any pictures that are being taken, so there's nothing on my card. Here's my account, help and support, and then I can just reset the whole thing if I wanted to. All of that can be done right here on a monitor using a mouse. You can also do it, use a mouse on this monitor, or you can do all of those things on the app as well. Now, we go back. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get into the app and show that to you. And all of this can be set up actually from the monitor itself. It's going to give you a link to click on, and then you can download it, and then you're going to be good to go. Now, what I want you to notice here on the app is up at the top, there is the videos. If I push my play button, what we're going to get is all the cameras are going to pop up. For the camera, you're going to double tap on it, and then it's going to go to a single screen. If you double tap again, it's going to enlarge it. And then if we push our back button, it's going to go back to the original screen. Now, what we want to do is we want to check out the new camera that we just put up. And so we're going to click that, double tap it, and then I'm also going to go on the large screen and let you see what that looks like. So I know that we're pretty close here. There we go. That's what it looks like on my phone. You can see the cameras are refreshing outside as animals walk by. What I want to do is just a little PTZ here for you. So I'm going to turn my camera a little bit. Very responsive camera. And looks like we've got a chicken feeding right there, right next to a cat. And you can see it's also coming up on the monitor as well. And that's a really good picture, I think, for as far away as we are from the router and from the camera. So we're going to back that out, and we're also going to check out camera number 2, show you how that works. And we got that woke up now, and we're going to zoom in just a little bit here. And you can see there's a chicken there. And we'll go back out. This guy just went to sleep. Now, again, we can wake up any of these just with the mouse, or we can do it here on the phone. All right, so the next thing that we want to do is we're not going to add a camera from here, which is in the top right corner. No need to. So we can hit these three dots up here at Studio 2, and we can turn on the alarm push. We can get into settings, edit, delete. So for each individual camera, we can also do this. So when we open up, let's say, camera number 3, we can go to that individual camera. We can click those settings in the top right-hand corner, and we can get into each individual camera. Now, for example, the PTZ speed, we can change the speed of the point, tilt, and zoom so that it tracks faster, tracks slower, so that you can have a good resolution as you're panning back and forth across your yard. We're not going to mess with that PTZ setting. It's just something that's available. You can do battery life. You can do optimal surveillance. You can do uninterrupted recording. That's where you can just continuously record and loop over the old footage. I would say you'd want to get a 128 gig card in there in order to do that, so that you don't miss days or things like that. You got your screen recordings. You can invert the image from here, advanced settings from here. You can see I got a weak signal. I'm not dealing with notifications right now because with chickens moving around, with wind blowing, it's going to pick up that motion, and we're going to get these notifications that I just don't think that we need. Now, another thing that we can do here is right underneath the picture on the left, bottom left of the picture, we have an SD. I can change that to HD and just get just a little bit more crisp picture if I want to. I can click that button there, and I can get all of my cameras up on the screen if I want to. I'm just going to leave it as one camera. We've got the volume that we can turn on or turn off. We've also got a camera where we can take a picture, we can take video, and then we can go a full screen with that as well. So the next thing that we need to do is we just need to wait for the sun to set, and I'm able to see clearly. I got just of an evening here, got some great good color pictures and video, and I'm pretty impressed with it. So if you're looking for a good set of security cameras for your house to hit on all four corners of your house, this one right here from Kittyhok, it's a really good choice. And the picture quality is great. Again, I just had a couple of things that I feel could be improved, like the going to sleep too early, the LED light popping on every time it wakes up, and going to sleep even while motion is being detected. But, you know, outside of that, it's been a great camera. You're able to check this from anywhere, and as long as you're connected to the network, you're not going to have any trouble.